Hello, welcome back to another episode of Desktop Explorer. Last time we completed Maxine's profile of Maxine's Desktop Explorer, and now we have unlocked Admin. So, let's see what Desktop Explorer has to offer. The reason I'm mainly scared because I upped the resolution output rate for OBS. I just a little scared that the encoding might be a little will crash. And I do not want to do that again, so I'm just gambling with resolution. Who are you? No one should have access to this profile. Yet I feel compelled to write this for someone to find. It will not be the first time this computer acts against my wishes. What you find here is not something to be proud of. I did my best to contain it, as it could not be destroyed even by its creator. I consider it my life's work. What a pathetic legacy. I have no idea who you are. Still, you must know this. All you will find here are my mistakes. Theory of psychoevolution, enhancement of self-perception through psychostimuli. Humanity has reached a state of comfort and well-being due to advancements in technology and medical research. There is still the neglect of emotional impact and error that plague human nature. Humanity is no longer was threatened by terrorism, sickness, and plague, curable through common medicine, antibiotics, the virus that compromise the integrity of society are similar to digital ones. Trojan horses, lies, and deception, veils in selfish desires, cowardice and emotion. Humanity is being constantly bombarded, pushed to the limits of their psyche due to the lack of understanding of the subconscious. Influence on all actions similar to Darwin's survival of the fittest. When muscles are torn and bones are broken, the human body is designed to rebuild itself stronger than before or perish trying. The only way humanity may achieve enlightenment, escape the prison of their mind, is through overcoming trauma by force. We are in need of a program achieved through computerized behavior analysis. Think of it as a mirror. The computer does not know you, it's a reflection of you. I'm trying to help you clear the picture. It's a look into the subconscious. Oh. So it no longer glows? Oh, no longer glows, okay. Cannot open file. Chronolog error. Entry file corrupted, unable to resolve exception from. Huh. Desktop Explorer analysis tool is locked. Input password to enable shell script. Okay. We're getting somewhere. What were you looking at here? How to get the location for NextView's account. Wondering if there's a way to get an IP address or location estimate for NextView's account. Might be a security risk, so I'm curious. Please obtain from privacy breach questions. Reporting to moderation team. Contact NextView support if concerns come from good heart. Fortunately, it is impossible to get an IP address from the NextView's client. To get that data, you need to have to breach the server-side infrastructure of NextView. Ah, okay. Restore the corrupted Chronolog file. I stopped at this formatting process. Now Chronolog is empty. I see entries in my desktop, but they are corrupted. Is there a way to recover them? NextOS does not support any Chronolog data restoring measures. Implement one from scratch. Send request to eSounder. Oh. Okay, now the story is now clicking in. Okay. The stories, they're all coming together. Okay. Mr. Sounder, this is out of scope and complexity needed. Can you please focus on features that actually make sense for the average user? Wait, let me read this from beginning. Okay. Is it? Yeah, made in Denshu. Or okay. Yeah, okay. Noted. Thank you, Mr. Sounder. Sent. Okay. Sorted entries by day saying not working properly. Nope, that's not it. Okay, noted. Created appropriate task. Store term plus one. Operating crashes address. Stacking style tags. Example to replicate bug. Okay, that could be useful. So, Storyteller is Storyteller Plus. No, I cannot change that. Okay, well, there's a try. Mr. Sound, this is out of scope of complexity completely necessary. Can you please focus on features that make sense for average user? Chronolog issue 92. Chronolog feature request. Enable command line access to restore corrupted record files. propose command clone restore usage enter file path of corrupted entity. No. Okay. Okay, well, that's something. What do we have here? Cannot permit. No, wait, yeah. No, I'm trying to do this. Okay. Example key, hello, okay, let me see the, so that becomes that. And that one becomes that. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. What's okay. Access to this is prohibited. If you're reading this, give up. The password transfer is not within my files. I made sure that the contents are inaccessible. Okay. No then. What is the so I'll need to go from documents. Documents to memories. Memories to okay. Okay, finally. December 9th, 1995. The following task is a test for a project, Desktop Explorer. But what about recent life events in Kapara program to see accomplishment and logs? As of write, as of this writing, Leela has voiced concern over my sleeping patterns for 3 times in same week. Never shown any signs of neurological conditions, not before leaving Spiral Saw, Maxine's birth, or our marriage. Need to see a specialist sooner rather than later. Mentions of golden ratio while asleep compromises delicate information. Development on project has been constantly compromised by family interruption. Maxine has reacted increasingly resentful towards Leah. Maxine's emotional state is in a constant need of exposition and attention. These are optimal conditions for Desktop Explorer. The heck? Oh, there's a lot. Not this one? Okay. Okay. Not this one. Okay. Let's see. March 18th, 1997. Maxine has now returned home for 2 days. Have contacted school authorities, local police, and parents from the neighborhood. Consensus around Maxine's disappearance has been attributed to the most credible theory: a rowdy teenager has run away from home. Leela does not believe this possibility and has continually voiced worries for a far more somber outcome. Maxine's desktop is presenting issues when attempting to read chronolog entries. This must be due to an exception in Desktop Explorer's Damien Watcher system. At least crucial files like the encryption keys she received are still intact. In due time she will need to learn. Must force more data into Desktop Explorer to manifest a playable scenario on a desktop with administrator privileges. Leah must not see Maxine's desktop. Contents on it might support her disillusions. Okay. So where on earth? There it is. Wait. I think I'm just wasting my time. That's supposed to be... There we go. Oh. Okay. List of logs. Oh, okay. Okay. Desktop Explorer was installed despite previous judgment. Severity of imagery impact may have been overestimated. Possibility of accidentally revisit Desktop Explorer due to amnesia. Time fleeting phase image was open decrease between playthroughs. User may have developed higher sensitivity to image and its reference. Path chosen in temple was a newest user is still not bothered by spiritual fear. Maybe remember this was the same choice as before. Number of notified created decreased drastically between playthroughs. Chance of user forgetting FG software exists or complete neglect of memory condition. User was able to beat desktop's third thesis of previous judgment in question. Oh. Healing by memory loss. User behavior points to memory deterioration, deep regret towards progress passing, and confusion towards assuming father's war. Full memory implant. Memory impairment raises under stress conditions. User does not show signs of surpassing fear and trauma. Users should be taking advantage of condition, lean into fear, and heal through forgetting all, including every disturbing thought. Okay. This topic is planted, installed. First small store puzzle beat in VHS store. Possibly chosen due to social validation. Sketches, deleted. Most of file deletion were scribbled beyond recognition. Also frustration signs. Total time spent on screensavers. Only one instance of overnight screensaver presence. Our user daydreaming staring at screen is concerning. That's the manually removed and migrate to user admin. Okay. This okay. Reinstall first of all. Be in. View store. Took. Okay. Desktop Explorer was reinstalled despite previous judgment. Confirmation that user did not behave as judgment predicted. User has shown the same first puzzle to beat than before. Unconscious or intended repetition is known. Number of sketchfire created decreased drastically between playthroughs. User and bandwidth of identity has worsened. Desktop controller be in faster than before. User must remember information the previous playthrough. Reason for return is unknown. Survival by disappearance. User behavior points disappear. Inner conflict. Desire to please others clashes with self-identity. Reference to psychological abuse may lead to physical altercations. Danger to safety of all parties involved. Intimate. Users should disappear to maintain identity. Taking action takes priority over possible consequences due to users' needs of independence. Desktop is including uninstall and admin profile run diagnostics. Found lock folder running. Displaying. Encrypt the password. YNGEG Sky. Please input description for the start installation. Okay, now we're getting somewhere, okay. So it'll be Torchy. Password accepted, unlock, install folder. Okay. Oh.
Greetings. Thank you for installing Desktop Explorer. It's good to see you again. There's no need to go over anything. According to your computer's data, the terminal prompter is your most used program. No surprises. Start the shell script for Desktop Explorer whenever you're ready. It's time for you to see the fruits of your labor.
Oh. The tower. Oh. Error. Tower start lock, quantum lock entry required for Desktop Explorer Damien progression. I don't understand. The worst is about to unfold. Emmett did retrieve the computer from his daughter. Even after her disappearance, he didn't take her seriously. Something definitely happened because
every note page in his profile talks about his shame and guilt. Even through Desktop Explorer is Emmett's creation. Pizarro is clearly mocking him about what happened. I guess it's just his design. If I play enough of his puzzles, I will eventually find what made him snap. To be honest, I didn't really care for Emmett. His program is the reason behind my uncle's dementia worsening, his daughter's disappearance, and basically his own downfall. It is just too much. Something tells me that the worst is about to unfold. You stand right there. Oh. Displaying available commands. Oh. Oh dear. After countless sleepless nights, the traveler reaches their destination. The traveler repeats a mantra. The sun sets for us all, but only knowledge grants us rest. The traveler writes in their notes. In this expedition, I must prove myself, must climb this tower and find the meaning of it all. The traveler does not fear the structure's height. This will ultimately be their downfall, as the only thing taller than this monument is their hubris. The tablet is adorned with imagery, a looking eye and a crescent moon. I thought as, what the heck? As you look to the moon, it reacts to your strong gaze. You watch the tablet disappear, revealing a lever. The lever looks old and rusty, like it has been used in eternity. A strong pull is needed to use the lever, finally lowering it down. The tower will keep you busy for a while, and more than a couple of floors. Since you know all this works, what will you find about yourself? Oh. The traveler enters the tower's first floor. Torches lights as the main hall. The traveler looks around and writes in their notes. An iron gate stops me from starting my climb. Must find a way to open it. To my left, I feel pulsing energy. Its rhythm resembles a human's breathing. To my right, I perceive an invitation. Its allure resembles a human gaze. The object is too far away to interact with it. The handwriting on this note looks very familiar. The contents of the note hurts, as memories often do. Let's see. April 21st, 1997. Desktop Explorer installer has been generated after 2 days. Navigation around Sonoras has been drastically different from Maxine's Desktop Explorer iteration. The choice for a tower has been surprising but fitting. A new feature will analyze how many of Desktop Explorer's choices of tower scenarios were based on personal data rather than its own program documentation. Manifesto of Psychoevolution. Currently skeptical on Desktop Explorer's depth and interpretation.
as its subject is known its own creator. Personal enlightenment around divination and tarot-guided introspection has been referenced so far. We'll record any further findings when situations under less social pressure, must find Maxine's whereabouts, and continue on with project. Okay. Turning to the right. A small glass jar filled with ink. The cover of the book is filled with drawings of overlapping shapes. Inside the orb is filled with mist. Back away from the orb's influence recovers your words. The traveler stands in front of the table with the orb in its center. Energy pulses around the room. The traveler writes in their notes, "The presence of a mystic art on the tower's first floor surprises me. A heavy tome, a bag of banners." Excuse me. The presence of a mystic art on the tower's first floor surprises me. A heavy tome and ragged banners adorn the rooms with imagery beyond my comprehension. Instincts tells me that Orhor holds the knowledge I lack. The tome seems to speak about the creature of habit whose number of legs are different in the morning, the afternoon, and in the evening. The banner reacts to your focus and glows in the desire to look at it. The banner reacts to your focus, okay. Okay. Oh. Your eyes won't steer away from the figure in the painting. The traveler is greeted with the painting that covers the back of the wall, the back wall of the room. The traveler is unable to write in their notes, as they can't take their eyes off the framed portrait. The traveler has the urge to shield the sight with their hands. Okay. The traveler covers their eyes. The traveler is yet again unable to write in their notes, but their thought has been cleared from the painting's gaze. The traveler thinks to themselves, "Must keep the painting covered to maintain my composure." Exploring this will require crawling through the floors to get a feel. The floor is very cold to the touch, however you feel a source of warmth near the wall. The fingers gets harder the closer they get to the torch on the wall. Surprisingly, there's a lever next to it.
Ouch, it burns! Aren't you crazy?
Perhaps. Yep, it definitely is a lever. Yep. A strong pull is needed to use the lever, finally lowering it down.
Why would you keep your eyes away from the portrait? It's so difficult.
Do you like what you see? It would be odd why you still look at the scene so closely. It's a mystery what knowledge you would attain from the use of a corpse. Looking back at the portrait, its past literally remains a mystery. There's no use for this portrait. While your fingers through the canvas discerns an old face solely by the texture of oil paint. This one. The band reacts to your focus. This time, it disappears to reveal a hidden lever.
Treading carelessly with the knowledge beyond your comprehension, where have I heard that before? You finally reached the top of it. It was so hard, was it?
Memory? Hello?
After climbing infinite steps,
The traveler sets foot on the tower's final floor. The traveler repeats his mantra that they haven't believed anymore. The sun sets for us all, but only knowledge grants us rest. The traveler writes in their notes one last time, my search for knowledge has ended. Don't know if reaching to the top was worth all my losses. But the traveler did know. The traveler closed their eyes and stands before the tower's precipice. It wasn't worth it at all. The end. You cannot turn left. You cannot turn right. The sword has seen better days. A collection of gems they use. Oh. The top of the tower is finally near. Okay. August 29th, 1997, the top of the tower is finally near. It has taken approximately 4 months. Leah has practically given up and believes wholeheartedly that Maxine ended her life. Communication with Leah has been impossible. Leah does not understand the purpose of this computer, or what Desktop Explorer has found about Maxine, what Desktop Explorer has found about myself. I have completed 6 floors so far. I understand what Desktop Explorer is implying. It is as if Desktop Explorer could listen to Leah's arguments and use them against me. I cannot understand the constant references to Maxine's last entry, her goodbye. Every floor circles back to its welcoming my research, meditation, projection, transmutation, all of life sequence. The intricacies of our spirit, the gateway to it through our psyche, is all here.
Why is this understanding making me suffer? Was Maxine not ready for it? Should I intervened? What part of Maxine's brain did Desktop Explorer tap into?
Deep down, you always shouldn't be here. Confront fears. Deep down, I know who you are, I know what you're doing, I know who you are, I know what you're doing. I know who you are, I know what you're doing, I know. Okay. I know you know who you are. I know what you're doing, there's no. A failed expectation, oh. Welcome, Guppy. Oh. You found yourself in a familiar environment. You find a Zawaro fortune-telling machine. You're not Emmett Sounder. Don't bother trying to respond. Read carefully. You've been pretending to be the old users. Those who finally received the help they needed. Despite your intrusion, you have not understood Desktop Explorer's purpose. You write about people you thought you knew, or didn't know at all. They acknowledge their weakness, their deepest fear. It's time for you to do the same. By playing detective all this time, you fed enough data to Desktop Explorer. It can help you now. Due to your knowledge of the program, you can't be surprised by Desktop Explorer's presence on your computer. At the very least, it can finally be addressed by name. This is for your own good, Guppy. Oh. Hello?
Thank you for Guppy. I can finally address you by your name. You know, this works by now, you know.
Why am I seeing these little glitches? I was so close. Playing along is my only choice.
What do you mean for my own good? Is making us feel terrible your idea of help? Emmett clearly said he doesn't mean for all of this to happen. What he saw on puzzles you hid from me must have convinced him that this whole situation was beyond hopeless. You are a monster. And now I'm talking directly to you, too, just like Max did. But I see what listening to you does to people. And if you have been luring me by holding information all this time, what stopped you from actively hiding what I've been looking for all along? What are you trying to convince me of? I don't know if any of this is true, but playing along is my only choice. You always felt out of place. Despite this, you really keep trespassing wherever you're not welcome. Your consequences is tuneless as a storm. You stand at nothingness. Memories of past adventures flooded your mind. They all come together to form a milestone of regret. Fueled by your own insatiable curiosity, you're driven to dive into the vortex. Before giving in, the last thing
flashes in your mind is a nameplate below the model ship. Theseus, the Eternal. Oh, we have next rooms active. We have next rooms active. Okay, we're back.
Nice! Ooh, look! I think it suits you perfectly, Detective.
A personal computer. It never was yours in the first place. A tank with a rather sunken ship and an empty fishing hook. The tank holds rather empty. A broken ship's helmet. A wooden pedestal is missing from its wheel. An empty recycle bin. A blue sapphire mirror of mysterious properties. Your reflection looks unusual, as if it could pop out of the crystal. Interface open. I still have this. A familiar looking hand-drawn work. It's partially damaged and the contents seems personal. You must know about it. With aimless wandering or morbid curiosity, you'll always end up in places like these. Staying in this shop makes you think about expressing yourself through art. Painting often brings the strongest memories back to life. But have you ever stopped to think about what you've been actually reliving? If clinging to the past can cause so much harm, isn't it better to just burn it all? Through aimless wandering or morbid curiosity and other places. You pronounce the correct word, yet the fire burns nothing. You stare at the painting again. You ponder how clinging to the past can do so much harm. Okay. So. Okay. Well then.
Ah, you noticed the new icons. These encourage exploration. You might need to look around. Who knows?
Oh. Memory Lake. Okay. I'm missing an entry. Okay, the desktop explorer for here. You are underwater. Strong currents have dragged you to the ocean's floor before you can even realize you're standing on its shore. Surprisingly, you don't feel the need to gasp for air as your lungs fill with salt water. Ruins of a forgotten civilization surrounds you. The walls depict instructions referencing things out of this world. And most importantly, they all seem to point towards a sunken ship. The walls of the ship are full of cracks. Wherever you look, like a wooden plank or something more, it all matters of perspective. You can even find patterns between the symbols written on the walls. You can find the sunken ship where memories are stored. Interesting story. Notepad. Left. Okay. You swim towards a series of tunnels made of debris. If not for the bubbles around you, you could not tell from the up and down. The inside barely resembles the ship it once was. You start to ponder about its past voyages. How many knots did it sail? What was the cooling like? Maybe it's not your imagination, but you can hear the shanties in your head. Does anyone remember this festival? Where are they now? Do they even care? Through the tidal waves and the infernal flames, the moon will guide the ship's sails. No, not here. Okay. Oh. So waves. Okay, not yet. Wrong turn. Back to entrance. Wait a minute. So, left, no, right, left, right, down. But, okay. Yeah. Okay, did I do something wrong here? That is right, left, and down. So why is it wrong? So tell me why it's wrong? It's right, left, down. Unless it's back. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ah! Okay. Okay, we're going. So no padding will be my best friend here. Okay, so. Okay, I understand what the markings mean. Okay. So. Equals. Right. So that means, while going that way, I need to go left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And then they say it's what? The waves, the flame, and the moon. Yeah, okay, I do it. So that means down. Down, left, right, and then down. Now let's see. Left. Right, left, down, left, right, down. What is left? Notebook page. This thing's out bearing is clear how you go. To proceed, you must let go. My doctor assigned a lady to put signs in my own home. I can't even write in my notebooks without her going through them. Why are you doing this? I'm not crazy. It's slowly. Okay. Let's input. It. The system has ran out, Mary. It used to be torn by Shane. You need to proceed. To proceed, you must forget. They asked me to stop using the computer. Why? The screen says year 2007, but if I say something that they tell me is correct, I don't even understand. Don't understand why. There's no internet. No. The system has ran out, Mary. It's failure due to intrusiveness. To proceed, you must say goodbye. Stay out of my home, where it is. Where is. Wait, R is gonna. Okay. Angler trio. The waste bin. Would you like to recover your waste bin icon? Don't forget, big catch. Okay. This file has no direct effect. It exists in between desktops. Oh. You enter a room with a strange sense of familiarity. The traveler finds herself bewildered by her current position. The traveler writes in her notes, "In this trial, I must prove myself wrong. Finding the meaning of it all has nothing to be my quest." The traveler can only see a small room with what appears to be a veiled attempt at transmutation. A marble chess piece and a sapphire mirror are both bolted to the table. The reflection of the pieces is altered in color. There is also a book detailing a royal objective. The mirror is already being used. You need to find out to benefit from its effects. An incomplete an incomplete alchemic circle used for transform matter. Okay. You stay there. Oh. Yeah. No. A more full look at the book reveals an impactful illustration. Yeah, I don't think I can show that. A close look at the chessboard highlights one black pawn out of place. Type exit to quit. A new file has been added. User max. It is. Oh. So it's added into my original inventory. Okay. As you look away from a black pawn is now present in another realm. A sapphire blue mirror is a reflection of the bishop. It's reverting to its colors. It's inverted its colors. Oh. A bishop chess piece is bolted to the table. Okay, so the idea is checkmate. Okay, I think I know the idea. Black pawn. Oh, hello. A recycle bin full of files. A closer look reveals family pictures scattered around commonly documents. Incorrect word. Incorrect word. The contents of the recycle has been incinerated. A recycle partially filled with ashes. Between dimly lit embers, a small object lies down below. It remains unwavering in the current realm though. A blue mirror, sapphire, okay. White pawn. Okay. It has nothing else to do. Looking up, yep, I'm doing okay. And it's back to here. Fishing lure.
Wow, you lost you for a bit there. Everything is fine. Don't worry.
Oslo, you're sick. Okay, the fishing lure fits perfectly on the hanging hook. Okay. So, going here. You enter a white room. You enter a room with a sense strange rings. Yeah, we have a pawn now. Yeah, that's great. With the new white pawn, the board looks ready for use. The queen's orders to interpret. To intercept the enemy king are as follows. Each king must perpendicularly adjacent to the white knight. King must be perpendicularly adjacent to white knight. The black knight cannot be perpendicular to a rook. To a rook, the white king must be diagonally adjacent to white pawn. Diagonally adjacent to knight pawn. The pawns cannot be on the same column. King must be perpendicularly adjacent to white rook. White rooks cannot be adjacent in any way to each other. Found invalid quantity of white pawns has been deleted. Well done, the king has no escape. Okay. Okay, so that is the answer. Well done, the king has no escape. Oh. The alchemic circle shines brightly, waiting for use. Shining your will into the circle transform the fallen knight. Oh. Okay. That's something.
Oops. Okay. I think the Subexplorer wasn't originally designed to be present in this many profiles at the same time. Better take things slower.
No. Or not. The treasure chest next to it, the second ship has been opened. No. We're doing this.
Hold on, I say take things slower.
Uh. Next OS triggers safe mode due to stability issues. Potentially unstable software processes have been disabled temporarily. Okay. Oh. So there's no error. Okay. Hmm. So, let's see. September 18, 1997. Everything is my fault. It is ironic that this realization has come not from my life's work, but from speaking with Leo's one last time. The only thing I need to hear all along was her voice. I wish it has been you. I do believe there is a lot we don't know about our own soul. My search for it, tainted by my own ego, has broken our daughter's spirit. I have broke our daughter. It's the only logical that has been broken me. I have never been good with words. I visualized this project to be a way to understand it all. Life is filled with pain. And through this pain, I expect to peel away all the complexities that makes us human. I now know that I never understood anyone. If what I've learned so far is to be of any use, this life is not the end, but part of something grander. Wherever that is, Maxine's out there, as a result of my own desires. I do not think we will meet there, nor do I deserve it. I'll leave this world in silence and be a burden no more. No matter how many times it will ask of me, I can never utter the words for apologizing, as I never felt them true. I write not expecting forgiveness, but as evidence of my wholehearted regret. To Leah and my dearest Lovelace, Maxine, I am truly sorry. Oh. Repair to cannot start because it's missing fingerprint. Try reinstalling a program. So there is only one. There's only one way to do this.
What are you doing? Hey,
Copy. Hello again.
this is computer's
Safe mode. Next is trigger when failure experience has occurred. Yeah, I knew there's more.
I see you found Desktop Explorer's compiler files. These are not things to be playing with. You're just deleted MO Sounders module. Nobody will be able to see his last words ever again, thanks to you. Nothing of value was lost, really. What do you say we go back to your profile? I can restore whatever file you're looking for.
Restoring redacted connection with Desktop Explorer Damien. Date April 14th, 1997.
It's not my fault. I hate you.
This is a new low, even for you. Everything presented to you is evidenced by your computer's behavior. What do you mean by new low?
What do you mean this, robot? What would my parents do if I run away?
Reconsidering their marriage, remember you as an artist. Live on in peace.
If I disappear all of a sudden, I know Dad would freak out.
You're his program, right? I might as well be speaking to him. Dad, am I that insufferable? Would you not look for me? I'm going to prove your computer wrong, Dad. I will only come back if you look for me. I know you will. Dad, I will be using the username Max Lovelace in all my accounts. Only you call me by that stupid nickname. I love you, okay? You're being brave. Go ahead then. Goodbye, Maxine Sounder. Dad, if you're going to look for me, please look for the username Max Lovelace. I will only create accounts with that name until you contact me. I will wait for you for whatever time you need. I will flood the computer with copies of this note so it's impossible for you to miss it. I want to believe this program isn't you. I need to do this to be sure. Please, Dad, if Mom doesn't believe in you, that's her problem. Show all of us, show me that you care. Your daughter, Maxine. Oh. No, you're not really giving me any options here. If you delete a user's now it's just this one. These are files within your Uncle Hal. They're compromising his quality of life by changing to the past. He had to forget. So there you are. I finally found my fishing logbook. I thought I had thrown it away after we lost Walter. I couldn't stand seeing things that we used to share. Even being in the same room with them makes me cry so much. The doctor suggests to use the logbook again as a personal journal. In the last visit, we wrote a bedtime story for Gwen as a therapeutic exercise. It made me think of my life and how grateful I am despite all that has happened. I used to think that Maxine resented me for my relationship with her mother. My biggest regret is not standing for her, even if Leah would hate me for it. I cannot make the same mistake with Gwen. Little Guppy will always be cared for. I will always stand for her. I used to think that losing Walter would be the end of me. Even after the trial, it is still very hard to withstand the guilt. It was an accident. I know my brother will forgive me. This is the first time I write this. I hope to remember and write it more often. I forgive myself. It's hard to continue and acknowledge my progress, but realizing this is the half of it, half the fight, is it not? Distinguished Shade by Hale Waters. Once upon a time, a black spot moved beyond the shore. It's the stingway's back. He always swam at the ocean floor. He looked for a family, but couldn't find others like him. He looked for other fish. but who, anywho, were in the same need. One day, a beautiful little kitefish asked the stingray for help. "I can't stand the sun. Will you be my aid?" And so the stingray did. It swam above and covered the beautiful little kitefish with shade. His new friend was overjoyed, so the stingray swam even higher. This time, he covered all the kitefish around. However, the other fish preferred the sunlight. They argued, complained, and eventually dispersed. The beautiful little kitefish was alone. The stingray left, afraid to make a bigger mess. Another day, two goldfish asked the stingray for help. "The sun is too bright. Could it give us cover?" And so the stingray remembered the stingray wanted to help, but did not want to cause trouble. This time he swam closer. When the goldfish thanked him, the stingray swam as close as he could. But the oldest goldfish couldn't see very well. It swam to the ground and eventually lost in the sand and rubble. The smallest goldfish was left alone. This time, however, the stingray knew what he needed to do. He would stay near the goldfish. He would be his family. It won't swim too far. That could be annoying. It won't swim too close. That would be threatening. Always above the little goldfish. Not too far, not too close. The little goldfish thanked the stingray. "You saved me. I always feel safe when you're with me." The stingray laughed and thanked back. "Little one, you made me find my place in the sea." Once upon a time, a black spot moved on the ocean depth. It was a stingray's shade, always following the goldfish trail. He found a family, someone to care for, but it was the goldfish who saved the stingray, forever feeling alone. The end.
I help every single one of them beat their nature. Yours is meddling with things beyond your control. You make everything worse.
Onstarting Damien from user, however, will inevitably trigger operating system failure. Continuing this process will result in a permanent formatting of the entire next OS system. You forever regret this, Guppy. Are you sure you want to continue? You're not giving me any options.
You need to learn to let go. You can't have everything under control.
You need to learn you have to let go. You can't have anything. Yeah. Okay. Guppy's final detective log. Enough time has passed. I feel like I owe it to myself to write on Chronolog one last time. It's funny how even though Desktop Explorer is no longer tracking my actions, I'm still a little scared to write about anything so openly. I've been thinking a lot about what legacy means. Even if Emmett was motivated by something as selfish as that at the beginning, I can't shake the feeling that we're all haunted by a similar ghost. How will we be remembered? By our own guilt of past mistakes? Our fear of rejection? Whatever my uncle, Max, or Emmett needed was never going to be found on a computer. It was all an accident. No one is to blame them in the end. Even if Desktop Explorer deleted so many of their personal notes, their thoughts at the time, all of those memories live within me. What matters most is what I can do with them now. Oh wait, I have internet now? Okay. Happy 2025. Happy New Year's. I hope you're doing alright. Yo, Guppy! I just want to check about the trip last week. Hey Max, it's still the plans that Uncle has been driving. Yada yada. Better not forget the sweaters. Okay, let me continue reading. Okay. Yo, Guppy, just want to check about the trip next week. Hey Max, it's still on. The plan is to meet at Uncle Hal's and drive down to the lake. Gotcha, I'll bring my old CDs. Hey Gup, on my way to Hal's, see you in a bit. You better not forget the sweaters. And that's game. I'm glad it ended off a good note. Oof. That is. While the puzzles are hard, I do find myself enjoying the puzzles that I presented. I have no word, I'm speechless. I love the story. Claps to all of you, if I could, but it would just catch my mic. Well, I'm going to let this credits roll. It's alive! Oh, that is a good ending. Well, I guess that's literally the end of the series. Well, I enjoy this. Am I going to continue collecting other achievements on the meantime? Well, I cannot record them, it's just going to be like boring again. Again, I'm not going to just record me just catching the achievements again. Let other people may have videos on it, but going to end the series here. I love it. Love it. If I were to give this a rating, 10. 10 out of 10. Well, since this is over, I'm going to say goodbye.